All right, we are back after Christopher's live just finished up, and I am going to be finishing up this card that we were working on beforehand. Our plans kind of changed a little bit. Hey, Sandy. Our plans kind of changed a little bit, and it didn't really go the way I had planned originally. But that's okay. So originally I had planned to do my ink blending and then to use this new embossing paste that I got with my also new craft palette knife thingies. Hey Kijo, hey Renee, hey Belinda, hey Tracy, hey Roberta, hey Bay, how's it going you guys? I was going to use this embossing paste with my new palette knives and just go right over with this as a stencil on my embossed background. However, hey Trudy, hey Annalisa. Yes, back to the regularly scheduled program. Hey Angela, hey Fatima. Thanks for hopping over, you guys. So our plans have kind of changed, but that's okay because we are creating our own ending, and that is what matters, right? So what I'm going to do is just grab a card base for this card front that we are working on. And then I figured we would try to find a cute little sentiment somewhere. And since I'm using Altenew products like this cover plate die that we, oh hey, that's okay. All we did, we were so rudely interrupted. Oh God. That mean old Christopher, how dare he run a business? All we did here is we ink blended our background with some distress oxides. So we used a few colors. We used squeezed lemonade, worn lipstick, and spun sugar for the background panel. And I used the Tim Holtz splatter brush to pop that right on there with the little dots of color. Just clean water is what I used to do that. And then this white piece here was actually just a piece of scrap paper that we were blending on to test out some of the colors. And I die cut it to use as a stencil with that embossing paste I showed you. However, it didn't really, I liked it too much to do what I had originally planned to do. And so now things are kind of up in the air as far as what we're doing. So what I'm thinking is we're just going to pop this right onto this card base. Oh, Dee, I'm happy to. I mean, I always want to be part of the lives over on Christopher's channel anyway because I don't know. I like to see the new products when they go live or when he's announcing them because there's just so much excitement and it's exciting to see all those new products right when they're first announced. I really like that. And then obviously getting to chat with you guys, and that means I just get to, oh no, I just get to spend more time with you guys. So my ATG just ran out of tape. Oh, you missed his live. Renee, there was a whole bunch of good stuff. Hold on. I have the links still up, so you can check out the little collection right there. There is a butterfly heart add-on stamp. I'll talk to you guys about that while I'm getting my refill roll of tape. There is a butterfly add-on stamp set. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Okay, one time I accidentally bought the wrong tape, and I'm glad I noticed this before I put it in there. But this is for like metal and wood, not paper. But it looks so similar. Hold on. This is the right one. This one is for paper. Okay, so that was the collection. There was a collection of embossing powders that are Valentine's Day colors, which are super duper cute. And then hey Gyps. And then there was also the Love Bug stamp set you can actually purchase individually, which has never been a thing before as far as I am aware. I don't think that has ever happened before, that you could purchase the stamp set right away. But you can do that, so that's pretty awesome. And then there were some mystery jars available, but those sold out already, so those are all gone. And then I'm not sure if you were there the other night, but he did also announce the Valentine's Day aqua pigments, metallic aqua pigments. So if you haven't seen those, I can post the link to that as well. Just let me know if you need it. Let's see. And this is always like, it's the first time I've done this, you guys. I can never remember how to do it. I don't know why. Not at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Yep, always a little bit later. So that's really cool that that's an option. I always think I'm doing this wrong. I probably am, you guys. So if I do, you can be embarrassed for me. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's on the outside. Maybe I did it the right way. We'll find out. Nope. No, I haven't really done anything. I started to try to put some tape on the back of my panel to adhere it to a card base, and I ran out of tape. So now I'm refilling my ATG. And I'm sorry that you guys have to watch this, but you know, it's just part of crafting, I guess. Oh, Monique, that's awesome. Oh, yes, Belinda, it's so hard. I don't know why I have such a hard time with this, but man, I definitely do. I have a really hard time with it because it's this part right here that, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm never doing it right, and then, I don't know. All right. There we go. All right, let's test it out and see if I did okay. Here we go. That first one's always a little bit hard. Yep, I did it. Hooray. I'm going to put a little bit of extra in the center there just because I want to make sure that my panel isn't warped a little bit. Hey, Rose. Awesome to see you. I just posted a link because I know you weren't over in Christopher's live, but I will post it again for you. This is what you missed over in Christopher's live today. So you can check that out if you want to. I got mine on Amazon. Gosh, I don't know if I have that on my Amazon thing. Hold on, let me look. Amazon. I'm not sure if I even have it on my suggested page, which would be silly because I definitely should. Let's see. Craft supplies or crafty tools. Debatable which one I would have put it under. Oh, I saw the refills. Hold on. The refills are under the craft supplies. Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'm going to send you this. Hold on. Okay. It's thinking. My computer's moving a little slow. Okay. So this is the refills that I order. I actually buy them in bulk because I find that is easier. So those are the refills. And then, let's see. I'm trying to see if I put the actual tool itself under my my suggested products. I mean, you would hope that I did that because that would make sense. It's not under there. Hold on. One moment, please. But the one I have is the Scotch ATG 714. And it is, they have a smaller version that is pink. And I think a lot of people have that one. I don't specifically have that one, but I think a lot of people do. The one that I have is a little bit more expensive, but it has served me really well. I really like it. So I can send you the one that I have, but like I said, it is a little bit more pricey. I thought it was worth the investment. And that was kind of a while ago too. So, I've been using it for a couple of years now, and I have not had any, issues with it other than that it's difficult to load if you are not sure what you're doing, which sometimes I'm not. But there are YouTube videos, and honestly, I should probably just make one myself, of how to load it. That way, you know, you just have it. There is the link to the ATG that I have. So that's that. In case you want to look it up or anything like that. That's what I have. But anyway, so yes, I get the refills on Amazon, and I find that they usually have the best bulk pricing. I've tried ordering them from a couple of the craft stores also, but I don't know, it just seems like they're quite expensive. Yes. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything in the comments. You guys are speedy sometimes. Anybody know why? Oh. I don't know. I guess it depends on the job. My job, being here with you guys, actually requires me to be sitting most of the time. Okay, so look at that. How gorgeous is that? I almost said a bad word, and then I realized that I probably shouldn't say a bad word. Because I don't want to go to YouTube jail. Okay. You work from home. Yeah. Gyps, are you the one who is an Apple specialist thingy majiggy? Am I remembering that correctly? I feel like that. A referral? Are you talking to me, Gyps? Are you the Apple person? That would be really cool. I would love to work from home and then send my kids to daycare. Anyway, that was my bad mom moment of the day. I'm done. No more. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, I thought I had, oh, I do. Okay, good. Ah, hold on. I think I just refreshed my page. Okay, good. I still have you guys here. I knocked over my ATG onto my mouse on my desktop, and it refreshed the page, and I was like, no, I can't see the chat. Ah. Okay, anyway. So we've got our pretty little background, and honestly, I really don't even want to put much over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this black, actually I have a smaller one, that's great. I'm going to use this small piece of black cardstock that I've been heat embossing off of. I just keep like turning it over and continuing to do it. And what I'm going to do is grab my Altenew stamps, because since I'm using this Altenew cover die, I am going to keep it an Altenew card, and I think I'll just use it for one of my projects. So let's grab some sentiments. All right, so I've got one bin here, and then let's see. Okay. So I am just, oh, thanks, Annalisa. I am just pulling out all of my Altenew stamps so that I can look through them and see what might be a good sentiment for this card. Tracy, I'm glad that someone can laugh at my ridiculousness. Okay, so this stamp set is always kind of cool. But I don't really want to use, this might be really cool. I've never heat embossed this sentiment, so I kind of want to try. I'm going to hold that one aside, because I think I might want to try that. Okay, we definitely don't need Christmas. Congratulations. Perfectly wonderful. See, some of these are so cute. Ooh, one of these might be really pretty. I don't think I've used this one yet. Every day is worth remembering. I love you more than words can explain. These are so sweet. Simply amazing. Life is beautiful. Live in the moment. It doesn't get any better. Okay, I think I want to use this one. I think I've decided. Executive decision. Let's see what we can come up with. All right. Let me move this giant thing out of the way. And I'm going to grab my mini Misty. I'm so excited. I really like how that looks. This is not at all what they're Altenew. this was not at all what I was intending to make, and I think that is so cool. D, are you talking to me? You messaged me. Can you tell me where you messaged me so that I know where to look? Because I get kind of overwhelmed sometimes. um, Rose, if you don't have any Valentine's Day stamps, there are a lot of other options that you can use. I don't know what kind of, on Facebook. Okay. Modify the job requirements. Yeah. What do I want to use? Let's see. I could either do Life is Beautiful is really good. I want it to be either Simply Amazing, that could be cute, Life is Beautiful, or It Doesn't Get Any Better Than This. I want to use one of the shorter ones. What do you guys think? And then I'll start, and then Rose, I'm going to come back to what I was talking about after we decide which sentiment to use. Because I want one of the shorter sentiments, just because I'm gonna be using a black strip of cardstock to put it on, and I don't want to take away from my background any more than I have to. So I want to use as small of a sentiment, like as short of a sentiment as I can. I don't want it to go like all the way across, because I don't want it to block out too much of the pretty background that we made. Oh yeah, but I want to put a sentiment on it. You don't want to put a sentiment on it? I want to put a sentiment on it. It needs something. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm thinking I like Simply Amazing. Oh, you know what? Then I could try to find, I wonder if any of these have UR. It does. I could just cut off, look. There's a UR right here in this other stamp set, and I can just not ink up the my, and then it would be UR Simply Amazing. I like that. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so Rose. Oh yeah, you know what? I suggested that like actually a really long time ago, which I'm sure that May does not read my or watch my videos ever at all, so that's not a thing. But I suggested that in one of my videos like a really long time ago. Well, it feels like a really long time ago. And I really want to do it, but I just have not had the time yet to plan anything out. So I hope that I can still figure out how to do it or make it happen in some way. It's easy for her because she's got a store, so she can actually even direct you right to the store to buy the supplies and make sure she has them in stock. That's really neat. Super convenient. Okay, anyway, so Rose, about the Valentine's Day thing. You can make Valentine's Day cards with pretty much anything that you have, because it doesn't have to be like Happy Valentine's Day. You can, if you have any cute little not love, like cute little critters, any sort of, I mean, gosh, there's a lot of stuff that you can use. I don't know if you have any lawn fawn stamps. I don't really know what you have in your stash, but I don't know. There's a lot you can do. It kind of depends on what you have in your stash though, because I don't really know what to suggest if I don't know. It would not bother me if, oh yeah, she's gonna sell the kits. That's really cool. Yeah, because the best that I could do is like give you a link of what I'm going to be using, and then like tell you here's where you can go buy it theoretically. But you know, okay. So I've got my Simply Amazing. Let me grab a coffee filter. Wrong drawer. It would help if I went into the right drawer. Hey Tracy. I threw my coffee filter on the floor. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for 1 second while I get my Alabaster out. And I'm going to need a refill soon because I am running a little low. So I'm thinking what I want to do is get that, that giant one. You know, that really massive 6 ounces of embossing powder or something like that. I really kind of want to get that. Yeah, Rose, I just don't know what you have, so I don't know what to suggest because I don't know what's in your stash. Yes, the Gigunda size. Yes. All right, I'm gonna grab my heat tool. It's gonna get noisy up in here for a minute. Cataloged a bunch of stamps, animals, flowers. Yep, those are good. All good suggestions. All right, here we go. It's a really pretty stamp. Oh, I got some embossing powder on my desk. All right. So I'm just kind of getting off some of the excess powder here. And I think what I'm going to do, all right, so I have Simply Amazing. And I think I'm going to use just a pair of scissors really quick and trim along the outer side there. I think. We'll see. We can always stamp it if it doesn't look super great. But it'll look like I have the die cut for it, hopefully, if I can do it well enough. Looking for Valentine's. Yes, she was. She was looking for Valentine card ideas if she didn't have any Valentine's Day stamps. Because I don't think she had any specifically for Valentine's Day. But yeah, anything floral, even like that shiplap background that we were working on before, even if you did something like that and then put some pretty floral stuff on it, or gosh, just anything like that, and then just like a sappy sort of sentiment, or even a not sappy sentiment. It really just depends on how you want to make it, because your card could be, I mean, anything. It doesn't have to fit the norms of what like other people are making for their Valentine's Day cards. You make whatever makes you happy. That's how I feel about it anyway. All right. Okay, so you guys might be wondering why I'm doing this. And the reason I am doing this is because I have found that if you really like the background you've made, I at least have a really hard time covering them up. And what happens is when you get especially a script sentiment like this, what happens is you end up with a giant rectangle, because part of the word is up high and part of the word goes really down low because it has the cursive under the line part of the letter. I'm sure there's a official term for that, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, so you have these hanging parts of your letter, and then you end up with these giant blocks of rectangles basically, and it takes up so much space on your card. And I just prefer to do this, and I've only started doing this fairly recently, but I've just found that I don't know, it makes me feel better about the card, and like I don't know, I just feel better about it. I like it better. Okay, so we have Simply Amazing. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Oh yeah, for vellum. Yeah, that's true. But look how cute it looks. Oh. I think it looks really cute. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because the background is so bright, but I didn't want to take away from it. But then this is like a really nice pop. I don't know. I like it. Okay, so while we have this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. but I have the UR, which we may be able to cut separately. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to use this same piece here, and I'm just going to take my mini Misty and do the same thing, only I'm just going to, oops, I'm just going to turn it around the other direction, so that I don't have to take my other stamp out just yet. I'm not ready. I'm going to turn my paper this way, and I'm actually going to turn it this way because I only need just a little piece down here. I'm going to use my little bar magnet in there, and I'm going to grab out that "You Are My" sentiment. Oh, good night, Angela. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, I'm going to pop that right in the corner there. Stay. All right, there we go. Okay, and since we figured out that my embossing tool, my powder tool, was just clogged, I've been having much better results, you guys. It's actually not a stencil, it is a cover plate die from Altenew. I actually just got it in the mail today. Hold on, I lost it. It's on my desk somewhere. Holy bit. Oh, here it is. It's still got all the junk in it. I haven't cleaned it out yet. But here is the picture of it. So it is a shutter. It's called shutter cover die. And I can link it for you if you would like it. Just let me know if you want me to link it for you, and I can get the link. But yeah, so the funny thing is, I actually didn't intend to use it like this at all. I was going to use it as a stencil so I die cut it, and I was going to use the die cut piece as a stencil to put this clear embossing paste through, and then I just didn't do it because I liked the way that it looked so much. We like totally veered off course and did something different. So there's that. Okay, so I've got my UR all powdered up, and I'm just gonna smear off the "my" on the edge over there so that it's not collecting powder anymore. And I'm gonna flick the back here because I've got a couple spare grains where I don't want them. Okay, so there we go. So now I just have UR. And that's all I need from that stamp. So that's the cool thing about, I was going to try to do the first set of classes. Which classes? Oh, of Altenew. No, you don't have to. You can. It would certainly make the classes easier if you had the same supplies, but I think it's just for inspiration. You don't have to use those supplies that they use. You can use whatever you have. Of course, they like to see you use the Altenew ones, but it's totally up to you. Oh, thanks, Rose. You can see my crazy thought process. All right. Anyway, so that's the kind of a cool thing about, okay, so Dee, the only thing is with their classes, the only thing that I would suggest is if you want to do, okay, so they have some free classes over at Altenew that you can take, and they are great, but really only, I mean, you can still learn stuff from it, but if you don't have any layering stamps, it's not going to be very useful for you because like they have a free class all about layering 2, and then I think they just did one all about layering 3. But the thing is that if you don't have any layering stamps, then it's like, I don't think you're going to learn very much because you don't have anything to practice with. So I would recommend getting at least one of their stamp sets, just because, I mean, they're gorgeous, number one. They're really great stamps. But on top of that, I don't know. I think it would just be easier that way. Okay, so I'm going to chop off the end here. Honestly, I was going to do, I was going to do a little tail, but I think actually that the best thing is just going to be to keep it completely simple, because I don't want to distract any more than I have to. Okay, so I was thinking, let's see. Now they are different fonts, so I'm just trying to see what exactly is going to look best for pairing them. 247. Huh. Cool. What did you get? What brand? Did they have, were they a specific brand that you picked up? I'd love to know. Hello, Sue. Oh, Spellbinders. That's really cool. Yeah, I have a lot of Spellbinders stuff. I should maybe go check that out myself. Because I do some designing for them, and they only let you, like when you do a specific project just for them, they don't want you to use any other dyes from other companies. So it would be actually really nice to have some shape building dyes. Okay, so we have an option here. I kind of like the Simply Amazing, like somewhere down at the bottom, like that. But do I want to put the UR up top and break it up? It does look a little bit weird because they are different fonts, the Simply and the UR. So I'm trying to decide what I like. I don't really know what I like. Yes, Annalisa, I am so excited about that kit, and it has shipped, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'm like dying to have it. I'm dying. Oh, you think just leave it Simply Amazing? Because I definitely don't really like it together. Like I don't know, it looks weird to me. I could put sequins and stuff on it if I broke it up. You know, like I can do focal sequins around each area. Break them up and stack. Leave it. 5 ovals, 7 circles. That's cool. Okay, so I've got add the UR with sequins. Okay, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut like a longer piece, and then I'm gonna cut it in half lengthwise because these are too skinny to, my pieces are too thin for this whole piece of foam tape to fit. And then this way, if I cut it in half, I can get more out of it, and hopefully it fits. I think it will. Basically, you just want to make sure you can't see it from the front, and as long as that's the case, then you would be okay. So I'm at least going to put this on here so I can see what it will look like if we do decide to use it. Popped up. Oh, the UR is really cute. Okay, and then I can add this on the back here. Again, just making sure that you can't see it from the back, or from the front, I mean. Yes, it is a die. It's called Shutter Cover Die. And depending on, I can link it for you guys if you want. I have, well, it depends on where you want me to link it. I have like, I think scrapbook.com. Scrapbook.com is where I got it. If that helps. Ah! Ooh, getting a little close here. See, I'm popping off the edge a little bit there. So that's what I'm trying to avoid, is being able to see the foam from the front. I want it to be well supported, but I don't want to be able to see it from the front. So I will keep plugging along. It's like flying all over the place. The cool thing about this is you can just keep trimming it, which is amazing. And you can just make it work for the size that you have. it's really neat. I really like that you have that option. Oh, here's a little bit that I can use. Whoop. We'll just put that right there. And the cool thing is, once you take off the backing from both sides, you can actually bend it really easily. So I don't have any of the black. I only have the white, unfortunately. So I do have the Brutus Monroe tape. I just don't have any of the black. And also, it's really thick, and I don't think I want quite so much dimension for this one. So I am going to stick with the thinner stuff for now. Okay, so there it is popped up. Oh, look how cute it is. I really like it. Use a marker on what? Oh, the white edges. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. Okay, stick my little foam pieces. I like to save them just in case. Okay, so we've got You Are Simply Amazing. And I mean, I could put it lower. I don't know. Like, it doesn't have to be all the way in the bottom corner. Like, that actually might look better. Haven't gotten into yours yet. Hard to trim, yeah. Okay, so for those who are asking, hold on one second. One moment, please. I just like forgot what I was doing mid. I went to go to another website and I was like, what am I doing here again? Hang tight 1 second. All right. The cover shutter die is from Altenew, or the shutter cover die is what it's called. And it is like the size, it's 4 by 5 1/4. So it's not the whole A2 size. It is slightly smaller than that. But it fits nicely on a card. So there's that. Hold on 1 second. I'm almost there. Short. Okay, here we go. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Uh-oh. Why is it saying there's an error? That's weird. Huh. I wonder what's wrong with it. Okay, let's try this. This is going to be a really long, ugly link. It's not going to be all short and cute. There we go. I don't know what that was about. It wouldn't let me do the shortened version. You know how you can have like a shorter version of a link? It wouldn't let me use it for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. All right, so then we have You Are and Simply Amazing. That's cute. Okay, and my new favorite obsession, you guys, and you're probably going to get tired of me using this on cards, but it is what it is. You know how I kind of go through phases of using certain things a lot. You know, it is what it is. All right, so I have these clear sequins, and then I have the smaller clear sequins. So I've been using both of those sizes a ton, and I love them. They're super, super awesome. I really like them a lot. Okay. So that's kind of my general placement, I think. And then my little ones are here. So they're itty bitty little sequins. And I like to just kind of dump a little pile of them on my desk. Yes. If it matches and it's sitting right here, I think I'm definitely going to use it. Okay. And I find that actually doing them this way has actually really been helping me with my sequin placing a little bit more. I haven't been having as hard of a time figuring out the placement for my sequins and whatnot. So that is always a plus. Oh, I love it. Okay. Like, look how pretty they are. It just makes my heart so happy. I don't know why I like clear sequins so much, but I really do. I never thought that, like, I don't know. I always thought, like, oh, what's the point if they're clear? Like, what good is that going to do you? Good Lord. I probably should have foam mounted my sentiment first because my stuff is kind of like bouncing all over the place. Whoops. I love clear sequins too. They're just so pretty and sparkly and beautiful. All right. Okay. I think I like that because then it's kind of like a cascade. And yes, that's what I was thinking. You took the words right out of my mouth. Okay, so as gentle as I can, I'm going to try not to move any of those sequins because they are not glued down. They are precariously perched on my background. Exactly, yes. I think they really make the background work. Okay, I'm going to try not to move anything. Hopefully I get it on there straight because any sort of, I'm not going to be able to pick it up and look. Okay, so there's that. And then very carefully again, we're going to take out the UR and do the same thing. I like it kind of right in the middle. Uh-oh. Right in the middle of that line there. I got it crooked. Oh no, you guys. Whoa! There we go. Okay. I saved it. Okay. Oh, Annalisa, that's a really good idea because I'm very accident prone and that is likely to happen to me. Like right now, probably. We'll see if we can escape without, whoa, that was a really big blob of glue. But that's okay, it dries clear. Okay, so I'm doing the precarious thing, and I knew that as soon as I started to say something about it, that's when I was going to start to have trouble. But I am just using my finger to pick up and move the sequins and then put them back on. I wouldn't recommend doing it this way. I would definitely recommend using like some sort of jewel picker or like I have a quick stick that I am not sure why I'm not using right now. But I would definitely recommend using them because you are less likely to mess up your project. If you do it that way, I'm just being lazy and hoping for the best. Oh well. Yeah, don't sneeze. A Facebook group to buy and sell for trade and trade craft supplies. I am not sure off the top of my head. There used to be one that I know of that was for my favorite things, and it was like MFT buy, sell, trade, or I don't know, something like that. But then they opened it up, and it wasn't just my favorite things supplies anymore because you used to not be able to post any other brands on there. And then now they've made it so you can post other brands, but I don't remember the name. They changed the name of it when they changed it. So I am not sure. But I think there are a lot of groups like that on Facebook. You just have to search for them. Like you could honestly just search buy, sell, trade craft supplies or something like that, and I bet something would come up. Because there's a ton of people looking to do that same thing. And a lot of the other groups don't allow it, so it's nice to find one that's specifically for that. There we go. Okay, that is a finished card, you guys. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Look at all that sparkle. Woo! It's so pretty. I love how the light is catching them. Oh, it makes my heart so happy. And I like how simple it is. That it's not like overwhelming and crazy and whatever, but it's like really vibrant and pretty. I super love that. Okay, that's that. So we've got one card. Okay, that's pretty. Thank you. I really like the sequins. They added a lot to it. Like I wasn't feeling super confident before the sequins, and with the sequins I'm like, yes, this is great. I really, really like it. No, so on Etsy you can sell craft supplies. So you can sell handmade items and supplies. And then honestly, there are a lot of people who are saying they're making handmade stuff, and it's definitely not handmade, but that is a story for another day. Okay, so I'm gonna set this to the side. And I do want to at least try that technique that I was talking about with the embossing paste, because I want to see what it's like, because I just bought it. Oh, good night, Annalisa. I'm almost done too. I just want to try that one last thing, and then I'm going to call it a night also. My husband is feeling a little neglected. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to grab another piece here. Here we go. I'm going to trim it down. 5.5. Okay, so one of these I'm going to do just some basic ink blending on, and the other one I am going to, oh my gosh, the other one, woo, the other one I am going to cut out of the die cut thingamajig. Okay, thank you for hanging out. I guess I should, here, I don't want to move this out of the way, but I guess I'm going to have to, because I need to put my media mat back up here so that I don't blend all over my table again. You guys know I've been doing that a lot lately. And I'm just going to lift up my purple tape, which held my paper really well, I might add. I didn't have any problems with the media mat slipping down or anything while we were blending earlier, so that was awesome. Okay. So I'm going to start at the top this time with my light pink, which is Spun Sugar. I got confused because it was sitting next to the worn lipstick for a second there. And I'm just adding a healthy dose of the Oxide to it. I like how smoothly these blend. If you have a hard time getting a good blend with the Distress inks, I would urge you to try the Oxides if you have not yet, because they blend much easier. They are just a different formula, and they blend really, really well. So I'm going to come in with that darker color next, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of tap off some of it on the side and try to come in as lightly as I can, but this pad seems to have some issues with getting the marks. You see, it's got kind of like a, it has the circular marks from where I'm blending. I hate it when that happens. And I find that it's certain tools, or the pads, certain foam pads have the problem and some don't. And I use them the exact same way, so I'm really not sure why that is, but it is what it is. That's okay. All right. So I'm just going to kind of swipe it up a little bit. So I have a very slightly lighter pink at the top. And then I'm going to move on to my yellow. It would help if I brought the foam blending pad over. And this is going to be really cool because as I go over top of the pink, I'm going to get orange as well. So it adds another color that I didn't add myself. You don't have to have all of the colors because you can blend them really well. And I really like that about these inks. You just get, I don't know, it's just really cool. The different colors and combinations you can get just by blending them together. And it's so soft and pretty. I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, and then down here at the bottom, I'm going to do stamps, stamps, and more stamps. That's cool. I'm going to bring in this other color that we didn't really use too much in our last one, just because I liked the color combination, and I'm hoping we can implement it over here. Although I guess I should have used blue instead of the green. I should have used a more blue, because then I would have gotten blue on the bottom and then the mix of the green and the mix of the blue and the yellow would have given me green. But that's okay. We're gonna make it work. This is kind of like a sherbet rainbow sort of feeling to it. It's like very soft, but still rainbowy. I like it a lot. Look at that. That's pretty. Yeah. Very cool. I like it. Okay. I've lost, here it is. I lost my microfiber cloth for a minute there. All right. Important to clean your hands. Rainbow sherbet, yes. It's just so soft and pretty. I don't know, I really like it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna do any water flicking on this one, okay? Because I want the paste to be the main, oh, thanks, Tracy. I want that paste to be kind of like the main effect. So what I'm gonna do is grab my plates again, and I should have thought of this before because I didn't clean them out. So I need my little pokey tool so that I can get everything out. Sorry, my hands are all over the place. Belinda, I did not see your question. Did you ask me a question? I didn't see it. Whatever it was, I did not. I must have missed it. But can you ask me again? My goodness. So this is the only thing that I don't like about dies like this, is obviously it's harder to reuse them. What weight cardstock? Oh, this is 110-pound cardstock, and it's from Staples. It's what I use for most of my card bases, unless I'm like feeling like I want to spend a lot of, I don't know. I have a hard time with some of the more expensive cardstocks just because, like, if I ruin it or, you know, whatever, like, I don't want to waste such expensive and pretty and awesome cardstock. And so, I don't know. I tend to use just my Staples paper all the time. But, you know. My goodness, there's got to be a... Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I'm going to try to use my trusty purple tape and see if I can get any of it to just come out. Ooh, some of it. So maybe, here, let me get a new piece so it's more sticky. Because maybe I can just use this piece. Exactly. Like, unless I'm going to send it to a card maker, I'm probably not using my good stuff. It's not that I don't have it or that I haven't spent the money on it already. It's that I just don't want to waste it on if someone's not going to appreciate it. This was a kind of a cool idea. I don't know what made me think of it all of a sudden, but I'm glad I did because it's actually faster for me than trying to do it the other way, which was like poking it out with the tool. Apparently I'm not very good at that. But this, now you're wide awake, Stacy. Did you see our finished card that we made from the last one? We finished the Bristol, okay, no, the Toolin one, no, but I need that. I need that thing real bad from Spellbinders. I should have included that with my last order. Maybe they'll like randomly have some at Creativation and I can pick one up while I'm there. But I doubt it because it's really not made for you to be able to buy stuff at Creativation. Oh my gosh, you fell asleep over there. Ooh. Well, you missed us putting together our card, but I will show it to you in just a second so you can see what we did with the background we made in the live from earlier. Okay, I finally got all the stuff out. And now I need to find my paper, which is under here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my plain white cardstock, right? And I'm going to run this through just like we did earlier. And this time I'm going to try it at an angle just to see if that helps. I've heard that that helps. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, Tracy, okay. Good night. Oh, it's so tight. Man, it's so hard to crank this thing. I'm definitely getting a workout. Okay. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. And then I'm going to have to also get rid of this pile of scraps. A magic fairy, yes. I definitely need one of those tool-in-one things, apparently. I don't have one yet. Oh, yeah, for sure. We've still got a little over a week before I leave, so I will definitely be live again. Hopefully I'll see you again before then. But, yeah, it's coming up quick, though. Nose suction probably makes it harder. Yes, for sure. Rose, that is just something people put to, like, if they don't have a specific price, or if they're selling things, like a lot of things, so they can't really put a specific price, they will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you just look in the description and see what they're selling and for how much. So they're probably not actually trying to sell it for that much. Don't worry. People do it a lot on the Facebook Marketplace, and they do, like if they're selling a bunch of items, or if they don't know what, if they're asking like make an offer or something like that, they will use that. It's kind of like a, I don't know why people do it that way. Uh-oh. It didn't cut through all the way on this one. That's not good. It's like, well, it did. It's just, well, yeah, I guess it did. It was just a little hard to get out of there at first. It was not coming out. That was weird. Oh, Lord. Good to know. You were having a little heart attack over there. Like, what? Somebody's selling it for that much? That's crazy. I actually kind of prefer it this way, though, to get it out of the die itself rather than trying to peel it out of the plate. Maybe once I use it a little bit more, too, it won't be so difficult to use. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. All right, so this is the finished thing. This is what it makes, is this die thingamajig. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over top of this. And this is what we ran into before, is that it's not actually flat. And so I'm worried about the paste not getting a good seal because it's not sitting flat against the card. What I'm going to do, since it's already on, it's already kind of matted, right? So I'm just going to take my purple tape, I guess, and run it along the edge so that I can tape it down. And then I'm hoping that if I tape the sides, like if I flatten it and then tape, I'm hoping that I can get it to lay flat so that I don't have any issues with my paste getting all junky. Okay, so let's try. Oh, I didn't do that long enough. That's okay. I'm not really trying to mask it off. I'm just trying to get it to lay flat. So that's all right. It doesn't really matter if it goes all the way to the top or not. Cut it. Oh yeah, that would have been a good idea. I don't know that I have any of that, but that probably would have solved my problem. I need to invest in some of these cool things like that, like repositionable adhesive and stuff like that, just because it would make my life so much easier. It really would. Okay, so I'm going to get it on the edge of this first. It's not quite flat. Okay, I don't know. We'll see what happens. See, like right here especially is not flat. But I don't really know how to prevent that. Let's see what happens. I think it's a little bit better. Okay, so I've never used this before. So it says you're supposed to use a metal stencil, and I really hope that that is like not a... I hope it's not going to ruin... Well, I don't care if it ruins it because it's paper. Now that I'm thinking about it logically. Okay, so I got these off of Amazon, so I've never used them, but I'm going to try them out right now. Hopefully they are okay. Ouch. All right, there's one little sharp one in there. Okay, so I'm just going to use this little one, I think, at least for scooping it out. I don't know, you guys. What am I even doing? Oh, see, because it's paper and it's not laying flat. I just don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I think I can always put it back in the container if I don't use all of it, but we will see. I think that's part of the problem too. Oh man. Yeah, see, it's well, this will be a lesson for me. It's not the paper, because I thought, oh, I'll just use it as a stencil, you know, but the paper is my little palette knife goes under it. It like hooks the paper because it's so thin, I think. So I don't know that I will really be able... This is like really sticky. I don't really know how well this is going to work. I'm going to keep going because I want to see what happens with it, but I don't know how this is going to turn out. I think if I use more, I'll have better results. But like trying to use as little as I was before is not working. I don't know. When I watched Laura Bassin, I'm not sure if it's Bassin or Basin. When I watched her do it, she made it look so easy. Oh, well, that was better. I kind of turned it at an angle instead of going flat, and that seems to be helping. Ah! But I've never used a palette knife either, so this is all new to me, you guys. It's all new. I am totally destroying this, but that's okay. It's all trial and error. All trial and error. It's all right. I mean, I'll be bummed if it doesn't turn out, which it's probably not going to because I am butchering this poor little ink blended background. But that's okay. It's a learning experience. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to learn. I hope. Oh no. Yeah, I'm definitely ruining this, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I want to try to get it as even as possible. And I also don't want to waste all this paste because it was expensive. I mean, to me it was expensive. But again, I am a frugal crafter. That's what I always say. It takes plastic. Yeah, it's embossing paste. I don't know. It's kind of like a glitter glaze, sort of, except it's not glittery. But it's supposed to dry kind of like translucent, I guess. So like you put it on and then it dries and then, I don't know. They made it look so easy in the video. Some things though, some things are not as easy as they seem. All right. You have to be frugal when you're a crafter. It's true. It's like in the rule book, right? The crafter's handbook. Okay. Here goes nothing, right? I do need to... Oops, it stuck to my finger. I'm going to grab my little paper towel here really quick, just because I don't want this stuff to dry on my craft mat. My media mat, whatever. All right, here we go. It's not going to be a pretty pattern. Yes, it adds dimension. It's not going to be a pretty pattern, you guys, because I totally gooped it up. Oh no, and I think the paper's ripping because it's just paper. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. All right, I'm just going to throw that stencil away. So some of the paper ripped. Let's see. Let me get it off the outside of this bottle so I can actually close it. And I did get a little bit, I got a little bit of color in there, so I want to take that out because I don't want it to contaminate the rest of it. So, because it's supposed to be clear. All right. So there's that. An easier time with thicker mediums. Yeah. Oh, for scrapping for less. I know some of the people who were on the design team for them. He said the inspiration boxes, I believe, are shipping tomorrow. Nothing, the stamp club, he's still waiting on the stamps. So that's why he hasn't released it yet. I think they had some delays because of the holidays with their shipments. So yeah, I think that's what's going on with that. It says it dries to a glossy sheen in less than 1 hour. I don't know. What does it do? You have to be frugal. Scoop it on the bottom. Oh, I see. That's a good tip, Belinda. That probably would have made it way better. Cover with embellishments. If the stencil being paper. Yeah, if I had cut it out of something else, I bet I would have had better results. I bet I would have had better results. But I've never used a palette knife, so that's kind of a learning curve. And it was made out of paper, so there was that. What I think I'm going to try to do really quick, though, is I think I'm going to try to take a pair of tweezers and see if I can get some of that paper. Although, I think it actually ripped my paper. I don't think it's like leftover paper. I think, yeah, it ripped the paper. Okay. So, the paper was probably not a good idea because it was so saturated with wet stuff. Brutus Monroe stencil. Oh, stickable stencils. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, oh, you have this paste? It's Dreamweaver translucent embossing paste. I've never used it. I just ordered it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to take a while to dry. But honestly, it did turn out better than I thought it was going to be honest. Like, I could maybe cut part of it off. You know what I mean? Like some of the uglier parts that didn't turn out. Or I could just cover those parts with my sentiment. Because, like, down here, it actually looks halfway decent. I don't know. Like, at the bottom, the pattern actually looks okay. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. But there's that. Okay, so for you, Stacy, this is what we ended up with for our first card. And I am in love. I really like how this turned out. Yeah. Look at all that little sparkle from my sequins. They're so, so cute. I love it. And it was just a total accident, you guys, because this was our scrap, like, piece of junky ink blending dye. How cool. Yeah, no, that's totally what it was. With it going under the stencil. That's why my paper ripped up here. But that's okay. You know, like I was saying, it's just a learning curve. Like, this was just experimentation for me. And what I have to get better at is understanding that everything can't turn out perfect every time. I really struggle with that, you guys. Like, really struggle. And I get so frustrated if it doesn't turn out the way I want the very first time. And I have to kind of let that go. Because, you know, you have to practice things. Like, you're not going to be a master the very first time you try something every time. And I just, you know, It's true, Rose. I do often like my mess up pieces better. It's funny how that happens, isn't it? Okay, so the last thing that I want to do before I go is I wanted to test out this scrapbook.com hybrid ink that I got. So I showed this to you guys earlier in my first portion. And I just wanted to see kind of how it works and if I like it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm just going to pop in. I'm going to actually use the same sentiment I had in here from earlier because why not? Okay. Oh, I still have some other sentiments in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wipe this one down because it had some embossing ink on it and I don't want to like have contaminated results basically. So I'm just using my Squeaky Clean to wipe it off. I'm going to do the top one up here too while I'm at it because why not? All right. And then I'm just going to dry it. Is it Copic friendly? I believe so because it's a hybrid ink, but I'm going to have to check on the reviews that I saw. Let's see if it says. No, it is not. Okay, so it says it's it says it's an all-purpose craft ink. It blends both the best of pigment and dye inks into one. They're for fine art colors that look like pigment but dry like dye. It says it's acid-free, fade-resistant, archive-safe, used with water-based inks and watercolors. So no. It doesn't sound like it... Oh, lid snaps into base to create a handle. Hold on. Like this? Wow, fancy. Hold on. Hold on. Look at that. That's kind of cool. That's neat. And it's got these little grooves here so that you can pounce it, I guess. I don't know. I agree, Stacy. It is getting a little overwhelming. I saw these ones and I wanted to try because I have the Hero Arts Shadow Inks and I like those a lot, but I find that, well, like for normal crafting, I don't really feel like it matters that much. Like if you only have one set of inks, it really doesn't matter at all. Or like maybe you have the distress inks and then one line of inks that you really like the colors in. But when you design for companies, it gets really difficult because they all want you to use only their products. And so, you know, then you find yourself having to buy inks from like all the companies, which gets a little crazy. Some companies, they don't really care, but you know, it is what it is. Oops, sorry, I kicked the camera. Yeah, Rose, I'm probably not going to, if I'm being honest, I'm probably not going to use that. You see that I'm not using it right now. Like that's cool and everything, but unless I'm doing like a ton of inking, it's going to take me longer to put that lid on the back and use it like that. Okay, look. Oh, there's a hair. I was like, what is going on? There was a hair on my stamp. I was like, why does it keep doing that? That's so weird. Because it had this weird like fuzzy bit on it. I'm just going to trim it off because I want to get a true representation of what it actually looks like. The stamp is from Altenew. It is from their stamp set. I have it here on my desk somewhere. I don't remember what it's called because mine just says sentiments, but that's not what it's called. I'll have to figure out what it's called so I can let you know. I don't remember what it's called, but it's from Altenew. Okay, it seems really crisp, this ink. I mean, it seems, I've never used it before. This is the first time I've used it, and I mean, it seems pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good ink. It goes on really smoothly. I like it. But for me, I do mostly Copic coloring. So this is not going to be an ink that I can use with my Copics. So there's that. Look at that. That's pretty. I like it. It's kind of shadowy, sorry. But yeah, there's the ink. That's that. All right. I don't know. It's pretty. I mean, it's an ink. It's black. There's not really that much to be excited about, I guess, but, you know, it is what it is. Yes, it's crisp. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. And it doesn't stain the ink pad, or the ink, oh my gosh, it doesn't stain the stamp, which I really appreciate. Because there are some inks, some black inks, like the Hero Arts chalkboard ink, that, you know, they stain your stamps black. And then there's no coming back from black. So, that's that, I guess. Once your stamp is stained black, I don't know that there's really much you can do about it. I hope it's not a layering stamp. Okay. That's very true, Fatima. I should try harder to remember things like that. Okay, here is my You Are My. All right, so this stamp set is called Halftone Everything. I really like that one, but we only used the, oh yeah, I'll let you know for sure. I only ordered one because I didn't want to get a bunch of the inks if I didn't like it. So I kind of wanted to test one of them out, and I figured the black would be the best color to do for that because you use black a lot. So I might just start using it for my sentiments and see where it goes and if I like it, and then I'll keep you guys updated and let you know. But yeah. Oh my goodness, even I'm yawning. Everyone's talking about being tired. Whew. Okay. All right, well, I think that is it for me for tonight. Here is the card that we made earlier, and here is our background, which I will let that dry overnight and see what happens. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's that. Thank you guys for sticking around and coming back after Christopher went live and all of that. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. He wants to see more outcomes. Oh my goodness, 5 a.m. Lord have mercy. You do need to go to bed. Oh, that's okay, Evilise. Okay, so that is all I have, I suppose, and I will probably be live again on Wednesday. I have another class on Friday night, so I think. So I don't think I'll be live on Friday, but I will try to come back on Wednesday, and be live with you guys. I do have a card that's about to go live in 1 minute, which a lot of you guys have already seen. I did share it in one of my other videos, but I guess I'll just show you right now. If you want to go and take a look on the Brutus Monroe blog, these cards are about to go live. If you want to go and leave me some comment love, that would be amazing. I made these cards using Dragonfly Garden and botanical banners around the outsides. So yeah, if you guys wanted to check that out, that would be awesome. It'll be on the Brutus Monroe blog in about a minute, and then also on my blog as well. So those will be there. And then on Wednesday, we have, oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, probably not because this is the first time it's happened, but I switched days on the blog. So we did some rearranging of the schedules. So I will be on the Brutus Monroe blog on Tuesdays now instead of Mondays. So if you want to see the cards that I'm making, then you can pop onto the Brutus Monroe blog on Tuesdays now. But yeah, so those are the cards that I have for you. And like I said, I will try to be back on Wednesday so that I can hang out. And yeah, hugs and love to all of you guys. Make sure that you send me your requests for Creativation. If you want to send something to me that you want me to check out while I'm at Creativation, send me an email to acarddayswork@gmail.com with the subject Creativation wish list. That way when I search, I can have them all in one spot, and I won't have to worry about like trying to find them all over the place. But yeah, if you guys can send me those, I will try to make a list of the things that you guys want to see. So yeah, anyway. All right, hugs and love to all of you. I will see you again real soon. And mwah! Oh, my email? Yeah, here. Hold on one sec. My media mat's in the way. acarddayswork@gmail.com. There you go. Okay. All right. Hugs and love. Mwah. Love you guys. I will see you later.